because the people of God are totally away from God. This is one of the things some of us will really sit up and start doing. Because if you look at now, in most cases, everything that happens in Christendom now is capacity building, building of big projects, people, and the rest, gathering people. I'm not saying that gathering people is not good, though. But you go and gather them, Matthew 23. You bring them in and make them twofold of child of hell than they were before. Do you know what is happening in Christendom now? Let me tell you. We go out and preach to those in Orthodox churches and tell them what God is talking about, giving your life to the Lord and the rest of them, and then going to the Bible-believing church and the rest of them. But what happens? When some of them come out with a very great zeal, and they begin to watch what is happening, and when they look at and study that, they were better off there. Let me tell you what I mean so that you can understand. When they were there, they were made to cover their heads. Yes. They avoid wearing men's clothing like trousers and the rest of them to church. They know they're going before the Lord. Some of them avoid all these paintings of lipstick and the rest of them. Why? Because you cannot use that thing and take Holy Communion. This is what I know very well. You can't use it and take Holy Communion. But what do we do in the so-called Pentecostalism? We say it doesn't matter. That is our life. It doesn't matter. And they now come, they have dropped these things, so while they were there, they now come into Pentecostalism with the hope that these people are the ones that say they are Bible believe, they want to now do the right thing. And they find out that these people are still in dark age or whatever. And they begin to wonder, why are they now coming out? Because there's nothing. There's nothing. They don't see anything anymore. In fact, there are some places, there are some churches you go to. If you don't dress, that is gorgeously. When I say gorgeously, I'm not saying that, no. That moderate dressing. Dress like a celebrity, almost like a prostitute. They will tell you, no, we don't like this kind of old women's dressing. They will come out and tell you that. Don't dress like this next time. Next time when you are coming, dress very well to look attractive, make your hair, wear this. Hi! You just begin to ask yourself, are you lost? What is going on? Today, it is difficult when you bring somebody from the Orthodox churches, Catholic, Roman Catholic, Anglican, Methodist, and the rest of them, where you bring them and keep them and watch those that are coming from the Pentecostalism and check two of them, you will see that those that are coming from the Orthodox churches, they look godly more than those that are coming from. And when you ask, they will say that righteousness is a lie. Separation is in the heart, it's a lie. Righteousness is in the eye, it's a lie. Let me tell you something. Any righteousness, any separation from the heart that does not affect your physical whatever, is a waste of time. We should stop deceiving ourselves. Why? Because we have allowed all these charismatic ministers that just, when some of them are preaching, they don't even look at the characteristics of people they preach to. That is the lifestyle. All they know is they just preach good message to them who they like. And people are just, what people are watching at them is their dressing, the shoes they wear, the suit they wear, the way they carry themselves, how charismatic they are, the way they bend their tongues and mouth to speak Polish English and the rest of them. And large majority of people, as we are talking, they are not even opening their Bible. They just stay like this and they are looking at that person. But do you know what is going on in their mind? You don't know what's going on in their mind. People are more concerned, more interested now, having ministers of God as their friends, boyfriends and men friends. It's painful, very, very painful, because this is not what God is instituted. It's just coming from us. So God is telling us to howl. Howl. And when you do it, it does the same thing grain and traveling do. It moves God to be compassionate on his people and save you from further punishment. Howling is a sign, it's a signal to people of God to sit up